All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Today we're going to talk about something that could be a little controversial, but it's big in the fishing industry right now, and that's the use of forward-facing sonar. And the state of Wisconsin had it on their spring hearing ballots. If question was, should we ban forward-facing sonar and 360 technology on boats for the use of fishing? Personally, I don't necessarily agree with that. They're citing the reason being that it could be detrimental to our fish populations. And I definitely think there's an alternative solution that we should use instead of banning technology on boats and telling people, you know, they can't have a certain technology in their boat. So today I'm out here. I'm going to be doing some pan fishing. I keep missing them because I'm talking. And we're gonna catch some bluegills, and gonna show you guys what I think should be done and the solution, and kind of do a demonstration of what an alternative to banning the technology should be. So stick around. We're gonna catch some bluegills. Looking forward to having fun. I love doing this. It's one of my favorite fish to catch on the planet. So sit back and enjoy. Thanks for watching. There's a big one. There's our first keeper of the day. Slid out just a bit. That's a beautiful, nice bluegill right there. First keeper of the day. That's a keeper. All right, we got two. A tough sledding day here, but ow. Oh. And Teal gets one. Hey. Oh, wow. Nice kill. So, as I said in the intro, you know, the state of Wisconsin is looking into banning forward-facing sonar and 360 technology. You know, it had almost nearly a split 50-50 vote with people favoring the ban. But, you know, they cite the reason being that they're afraid it could be detrimental to certain fish populations, and especially panfish. And you know, one of the things that they could do instead of banning forward-facing sonar is you could limit or reduce the possession limit. There's a big fish. That's a nice bluegill. He's not as big as I thought. He just felt big. Cute little guy. Teal's favorite fish to catch on the planet. But yeah, so they're citing this, and you know, if you were to reduce the possession limit or your daily bag limit on the number of panfish you could keep, you would essentially be preserving the resource. So I don't necessarily think it's the right decision to ban the use of the technology instead of just limiting how many fish you can take home every day. I mean, this lake that I'm on right now, you can take home 25 a day per person. And you know, I'm not gonna obviously film the whole thing, but easily could have had 25 bluegills today. And that really just seems unethical to me, to do that. But you know, I've got, you know, 9 in the live well. I'm looking for number 10. You know, 10 bluegills, especially the size of some of these that we're getting. I mean, that's a meal for 3 or 4 people. Now it's just my wife and I at home, and you know, we obviously enjoy eating fish. But you know, if I bring home 10 bluegills, that's 20 fillets. That's 2 meals. You know, we make our meals with 10 fillets a piece, and you know, that's all you really need. So I question why we, you know, have 25 fish limits still in this state. There are other states that, you know, they'll do, you know, Minnesota, for example, there's plenty of lakes with special regulations on their panfish, especially crappies, and man, those fisheries are fantastic, absolutely fantastic, both in numbers and size. And that's because people can't come there and just keep a million fish. Oh, I keep missing them. And so I think it's time that, you know, our state, you know, gets with the times a bit and starts managing these fisheries a little better, instead of allowing people to just keep absurd numbers of fish. I mean, nobody needs to keep that many fish. And you're going to preserve the resource. You know, one other thing that, you know, again, talking about banning this technology, is, you know, it's not going to do anything in the spring of the year when these fish are at their most vulnerable, especially when it comes to panfish. You know, they're all up shallow. You know, they're getting ready to either, you know, pre-spawn or during the spawn. I mean, you're not using your forward-facing sonar to go look for beds in a clear body of water, or you know, go around boat docks and, you know, look for where they're at up shallow. That's just not what people do. So, you know, you can still go out and have a ton of success just, you know, using your eyes in the spring, and you don't even need this technology. And again, that's when they're the most vulnerable. I mean, you got a system that lets you keep 25 panfish, and you know, you go out there on a spring day when they're on their beds, and man, anybody can just go find a bed complex and sit on it, catch 25, and that's what hurts the population the most. And it has nothing to do at all with this technology. So I think it's really kind of a cop-out for, you know, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources to say, oh, well, it's the technology that's going to affect the fishery, and not the anglers and these bag limits that are, in my opinion, kind of ridiculous. I mean, you just don't need to keep that many. And you know, you're seeing it on the Mississippi River. They reduced the, you know, the daily bag limit of perch to 15, or I guess it's panfish per species. And you know, you could do something similar on, you know, for example, this body of water that I'm on right now. So, you know, I guess if people wanted to go out and keep 15 bluegills and 15 crappies, they could do so. But again, I think it's just really not smart to say, oh, we're going to just ban technology in general and stop companies from competing in the market and all that good stuff. There's just a better solution, and that's to reduce our daily bag limits. You know, we're not surviving off of bluegills in life anymore. We got grocery stores everywhere. You know, that's just not a thing. So. Oh, that's big. Okay, so here's my example. We make this 10 fish limit, on this body of water, which is now 25. I have my 10. I have my 10 big ones. I just caught a really, really nice eating size bluegill. It's probably a solid 8-incher, just real thick and tall. So this is 10. You can't keep this fish anymore. So you release it, and that fish goes back to live another day, and you're not hurting the population. Did I use my technology to catch that? Absolutely. But you don't have to keep everyone you catch. So again, I am definitely in favor of them limiting the possession limit, or limiting the possession on the number of fish you can keep in a day. That's a better way to preserve the resource than eliminating the technology or not letting people use it, use the tool if they have to. Oh my goodness, this is a big one. Oh yeah, that's a big bluegill right there. Wow, what a nice fish. All right, so demonstration time. I have 10 in the live well. This is a big fish, definitely a keeper, probably 8.5-inch bluegill, big, thick, tall, beautiful fish. So if our possession or our bag limit on this lake, daily bag limit was 10 instead of 25, I already have 10. I can still keep fishing, enjoy my day, but you have to throw the fish back. That has nothing to do with technology, what I did right there. That has nothing to do with technology. It has to do with, you know, the sport and preserving the sport. So again, I think that's a better option than banning the screen. Yep, that's a big one. That's a big bluegill. Oh, wow. That's a nice fish. Ooh, wow. That is a beautiful bluegill. Again, still out here having a good time, you know, able to catch these giant bluegills like this. Enjoy the resource, but do not have to keep this one. Again, I could right now, today I could, because it's 25, but if it were only 10, you had to release this fish. I'm gonna release this fish just because, you know, I have plenty for, you know, what we eat. But I think that should be something that should be done statewide instead of banning technology. It just seems like a better option in my opinion. Oh. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh. Whew. That is another nice bluegill. Oh, that is a beauty. Just big, thick. Would have been a perfect eater, but again, gonna toss it back, pretending we're at 10. And yeah, I think I've had just about as much fun as I want with bluegills for one day. I'm gonna put the panfish rods away and gonna go chase some bass. Got enough for fish tacos. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd be interested to hear what you think. So please leave me a comment. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Be cordial in the comments, please. I don't want people fighting on here. But let me know what you think the best route is. Do you ban the whole technology altogether? Do you adjust the possession limits on bodies of water? I think there's a better way of doing this than just banning this technology altogether. Not to mention the, you know, how would they effectively enforce that? You know, that I think that would be a great challenge as well. So anyway, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm gonna get back out and do a little bass fishing now that I got some dinner or some fish tacos. Pretty excited about that. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.